Welcome, everybody. I just blew everyone's eardrums out. Sorry about that. Clipped my board meter even. Hey, everybody. How you doing? It's a brand new Monday afternoon, Monday, May the 11th. Great to see every one of you out there. And, yeah, it's going to be a fantastic show, fantastic day. The gang is all here in the chat, on the panel. We've got everybody here today, so we are just plumb excited for y'all. We have T-minus, I don't know to the hour, but here it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, T-minus 3 days till liftoff to Dayton. So we are scrambling to get everything in order. We did the car that was nearly impaled by the bright yellow 4-ton bullet of steel. Has returned from the auto shop in almost perfect condition. So we have that for our trip, thankfully. Came back intact, and so now I've got my mobile rig. So I was able to actually participate in my own repeater challenge issued last week on this very show, and we'll talk about that here in just a little bit. I want to hear how y'all did with the repeater challenge this week. I had somebody... I went to the gas station to get my lunch today, and I walked in and somebody goes, "Hey Andy, I really like that challenge you did last week." It was whoa, that's cool. So yeah, we've got people who are apparently liking the idea of the repeater challenge. And I don't think James was here last week, so James will explain that to him here in a minute when we bring him in. But yeah, it was. I'm excited to see how y'all did with that, and hear about. We've got still another week to go on the repeater challenge, and if it goes well, we might turn it into something even bigger. We've got tons to talk about, but first, let me bring in our very own CEO, James N0WRL, and our HR violation reporter, Miss Catalina LU5EZO. How you doing, Catalina?
Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. Hello. Happy live stream.
Yeah, absolutely. And James, how's the weather up there around there in Georgia?
Oh, man, it is absolutely beautiful. It's like, I think it's low 70s, overcast. It's just nice. Is my camera skipping for you guys a little bit?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll try to fix that. But man, I'm excited for the show today. I know we got a lot of nice features. I know we got Dayton this week, Andy. We're going to finally be meeting in person. And I think
absolutely.
I saw some of the folks
we've never met in person. I have never met any of the people on this screen in front of you. So, yeah, we will finally be meeting in person at Dayton. Very excited for that. Catalina, I wish you were able to come, but there went James. He'll be back shortly. Yeah, so I forgot to mention in the intro there, yesterday was Mother's Day here in the U.S. Happy Mother's Day to all the amazing, fantastic, and fabulous moms around the world. You all are a blessing. And a gift, and we appreciate you very, very much. Thank you for all you do and have done for everyone. Definitely here on this call, everyone, of course, in the ham radio community and everyone around the world. Ham radio would not exist without you. but thank you to the mothers. A huge shout out to the moms. So my mom is a wonderful, wonderful blessing, and I'm thankful for her, very thankful for her, and so thank you, Mom.
I know my mom joins the live stream sometimes, so Mom, if you're watching the live stream, love you. Thanks for all the support, and get your ham radio license, Mom.
James's mom gave me a really nice comment on Facebook about my videos the other day, so thank you, James's mom. Happy Mother's Day. All right, Catalina,
Mom, I love you too, but it's not Mother's Day here.
How's the weather
I
treating
will
you down
wait.
there in Argentina, Catalina? What's the seasons turning into down there?
Well, we had a very bad weekend with a lot of wind and rain. A lot of activities were suspended here, but today it's a very beautiful sunny day. So I'm so happy. I love to
Yeah.
start the day with a sunny day and get some sunlight. I love it. So it's a very
That's awesome.
happy
That's
day
awesome.
today.
That's awesome. If the two of you have anything that you want to discuss during the show, feel free to throw those into the show notes and tag any comments that you want to talk about later. But yeah, we have some awesome updates. Awesome updates on World Radio League this week. So we will be talking about those in great detail. Also, this is the last show before Dayton. So next week, expect an unusual show. I do not know how next week is going to go. I don't know if I'm going to be able to run the show. If I run the show, it will probably be from a motel room, a car, or somebody's house that I have never been to before. So stay tuned to see how that goes. It may just be me running a bunch of clips of Dayton. I don't know. I don't know how next week is going to go. I have not got that all planned out at this point. But there will be a show next week. Just stay tuned to see how that plays out. I've considered going live from Dayton. I don't know if that's going to happen yet or not. I would love to go live from Dayton, at least for a half hour. But so stay tuned to our social channels, and Catalina, of course, will be, be taking care of all that if we need her to post anything. And I think we can post something if we need to. So stay tuned on all those channels. And yeah, hopefully we can do something. Of course, you'll be getting lots of pictures coming out of Dayton, probably very quickly. And we need to have like a whole photography crew set up so that when we walk in and shake hands for the first time, they get it on, like the photos of the world leaders meeting. And no, I'm kidding. But
that would be cool. We'll definitely need to get some photos of our handshake. We'll have the official photographer there with us, aka my wife, Valentina.
Oh, there you go.
The best one.
Yeah, and she works for free, so it's amazing.
Wow. I think there's
she's
a
great
but
wife.
Anyway, we'll
actually. I just had my 4-year wedding anniversary last week.
Happy anniversary, cool. James. That's awesome. Congratulations.
So Mrs. Ham Radio Prep and Mrs. World Radio League got to have a nice time last week.
To be clear, Mrs. Ham Radio Prep and Mrs. World Radio League are the same person.
Exactly.
So
good clarification.
So James, I'm assuming you're using Canon's software to pipe your video feed into your computer. Is that right?
I turned it off. Now I think I'm just got the camera selected. I don't know why it's doing the skipping thing.
Do you have the Elgato capture card?
I don't think so.
Okay. You need to get the Elgato capture card, the 4K capture card, to pipe that video just straight out of your camera into your computer. That will fix most of the problems. At least it did for me. And I think me and you have the same camera. So
yes, Elgato capture card. Okay, I got it. I did have to turn it off of 4K because I know the 4K wouldn't work. This is just epic.
4K eats a lot of space. But I tell you what, if you get that capture card, that Elgato capture card, I can send you a link here in a little bit. But if you get that capture card, it should fix all those video problems. That's
why you're the stream master, Andy. You know this stuff.
All right, let's talk about Ham Radio Prep first. James, you have been super busy with your birthday a couple weeks ago. Happy birthday! Your anniversary last week. Happy anniversary! And of course, through it all, the technician course. So why don't you tell us a little about how that's going? When we can expect that new course to drop in relation to the new question pool, and what all's
that's exactly right, Andy. As you know, I turned 25 years old. I'm just kidding. I'm a little bit older than that. Just a little bit older than that. But yes, we have been working on the technician course for 2026. As you guys know, the new tech. So we got a lot of hams on here that already have your license, of course. But if you're telling new people about getting their license, you should know on July 1st, 2026, the new question pool goes into effect. So on June 1st, our new technician course is going to go live with all the new questions. And I can tell you that the ham radio prep technician course is already as far as online courses go that actually teach the concepts, it's already the best course out there. I mean, if you compare the content of that with anything, it's professionally produced. It's really, really beautiful. It's a lot better than, as you can see, my glitchy video here. Don't take that as an indication of what the tech course is going to look like, because
there's very much of a difference between streaming and recording on the Canon R10.
100%, 100%. But we spend hundreds of hours between this, a professional video editors to really make it so that when people get their entryway into ham radio, they're actually learning something along the way. And I think we found that with ham radio prep, our mission really with ham radio prep is just to get more people licensed and on the air. And what we found is that making videos that are really engaging, fun, and easy to understand will actually get people their license. It's amazing when you build something that's fun and easy to watch. Heck, it got Andy his amateur extra license. We had to stay on top of him a little bit, but we got him his extra license. But I might even be able. I don't know, Andy. If I share a clip here, will that work? If give people a little sample?
Yeah. So here's what I would. Do you have a what format is it in? Is it on one of the online services, or is it?
It's on one of the online services. I don't have is it easier if I download it?
If you can download the clip, then go to the square button on the bottom of your screen and click video file. There's like a square button with a plus sign in the middle of it, like a computer screen with a plus sign in the middle of it, right in the middle of the bottom of your screen. And if you click on that, it has video file option. Upload it right there. We can play it. We can play it after you get that pulled.
Okay, I will send you that. So we can give you guys just a little sample of what it's going to look like, and it's just amazing. And I think it's going to give new hams. It's going to be fast and easy, but at the same time, we're going to make sure that it explains all the important concepts so that when people are getting on the air for the first time, they will really understand it. And yes, I promise you, I'm not just stopping moving every couple seconds or whatever is going on with my camera. It's just whatever. I might try the old turn it off and turn it back on again here in a second.
Yeah, I don't blame you at all. But yeah. So yeah, we will, once you get that clip pulled and uploaded in here, I'll hit the play button on that here in just a couple minutes. Yeah, but we have, this is just the start of what what the updates we have to share today. Technician course. I've seen some of the clips out of this. It's going to be awesome. We had a great technician course already. It's going to be broken down. Technician course is our oldest course because they haven't renewed the question pool for 4 years, so it's a 4-year-old course. But this course is going to be broken down into even better chunks than the last one was. It's just we're constantly evolving and improving our processes, and I think you're going to really, really like this one. We have plenty more to talk about. Catalina, why don't you give us an update before we get into these World Radio League features? Why don't you give us an update on Mugs for Map Shares and what that is, how many people are sharing their maps regularly, and where you would love to see more maps shared in the coming weeks?
Okay, so yes, of course, I will update on this. This is an ongoing project that we have month after month, and basically is share your map and win a free mug from World Radio League. And it's very easy to participate. You have just to share your World Radio League map on social media and tag World Radio League accounts. You can share it on every social media platform like Facebook, Instagram, X, but the important part is that you have to tag our account so we can count that point as 1 point and you can start participating. So we just started a new month. So we are in May. So that means we will have 5 new winners next at the end of the month. These are the winners from last month, April. So congratulations to
Jeff, Terry, Bruce,
everyone.
Brian, and Walter. Yes.
Exactly. And
Jace, if you scroll down a little further in that email, I think we have screenshots of both mugs, I believe.
Oh, look
Yeah,
at
there's the new
that.
one.
That's
Boom.
cool. Cool. That hey, it looks good. Did you do
It
that
looks
image,
awesome.
Andy? That looks great.
Yeah, there's Q code mug and the Morse code mug, both right there.
I
They're
actually
really
have so I have the white version of the Morse code mug. If you guys
cool.
can,
Ooh,
Here.
wow.
that's a Q code.
yeah, the
but-
Q
Q
code.
code mug.
So after you get the Morse code,
I do not have the Q code mug yet. I don't know, Catalina, am I eligible to enter for this thing?
Of course you can. You have to share your map, and it will count as 1 point. As many maps you share, as many points you get, and maybe a possible winner for next month.
okay,
Cat-
here's a quiz. Here's a quiz for the audience here. Quiz time. Okay, I'm looking at my Q code mugs. Everybody knows what a QSO is. Okay, everybody knows what's QSL. You know, hey, QSL, copy your message. Here's one. There's two different types of interference. Okay, there's QRM and there's QRN. I'll just give you
That's
that clue.
QR. That's QRM as in Mary or as in Mexico, and QRN as in Nancy or
November.
Why am I blanking there? Thank you, November.
Yeah. So QRM as in Mike.
Yeah, there you
M
go, Mike.
as-
or yeah,
And then
N
QRN is in November.
November. Yeah.
Let's just quick ham radio operator quiz here. Who can tell us the difference?
There's a really cool way of remembering this, and there we go. Terry already got it.
Terry got it.
QRM is man-made. QRN is natural. So man-made noise versus natural noise. And so
Yes.
natural noise, you're gonna be thinking like possibly thunderstorm in the area, conditions just being really bad and rough and causing noise, that type of thing. QRM, as in Mike, that is going to be stuff like power lines, your neighbor, a radio station close to you. James, you just dealt with some QRM.
Yeah, I had an
AM.
AM broadcast
Yeah.
station
Mhm,
near
mhm.
me that was,
Yeah,
I mean,
mhm.
it was crazy. It's actually really close to me.
Yeah.
It's really close.
Your
to me.
neighbor running a barn full of LED lights. I mean, the list goes on there. So, but yeah, great call, Terry. Terry got it. Yeah, absolutely. James, did you see her? Oh, okay. I thought I saw that video pop up. As you haven't got that one pulled just yet. We'll come back to that. Yeah. So we have some really cool things to share. I'm gonna start.
I don't
with
want
this
to.
one.
I don't want to hype it too much, but I'm just going to show. Andy is going to show one of the coolest data visualizations. I won't tell you what it is. Andy's going to share.
But before
It was
that,
a features. It was
Yeah.
a feature show so cool that I showed it to my non-ham wife. I was like, just look at this,
So
Valentina.
did I actually.
I said, doesn't this just look cool? And she said, I don't know what this does, but it looks cool.
All right. So before we show that, I'm gonna go ahead and show. I'm gonna go ahead and show you the other thing, the other extremely cool, highly requested feature that we've been working on, which is, and of course I did not have it pulled up just yet, but I'm getting there.
Are you looking at it in the sky, Andy?
Am I what?
I am going to show you a feature you're staring at. So are you looking at it?
There's a
in the
monitor
sky?
above me right there for those of you who don't know. So
That's how Andy pulls things out of his brain. He looks
yeah,
up
yeah.
and
Yeah.
he pulls the feature out of his brain.
I'm going to pull a new feature into World Radio League right now. No, I'm kidding. Yeah,
I love Cage 2 XX here.
Tim,
Is it the
Tim, yeah,
satellite?
Satellite, yes, indeed.
John says squirrel.
Yeah, squirrel. That's awesome.
Okay,
No,
drum roll,
no,
please.
it's a mouse, of course. It's a mouse, of course. Thank you very much. And everybody who's watched this show long enough knows that I would much quicker be distracted by a mouse or the occasional wasp, as Catalina knows.
Yeah.
here is yeah, this is familiar to you. You know what this is. You
Okay,
what
we know
is like.
this. This is the interface we know and love. Okay.
Here we go. N0 WRL stroke N4 BFR. Looky there, just loaded Jim's profile. Stroke KF8 EYE. Caleb, my good friend from West Virginia. Stroke. Let's say I hear a partial call WP3, and I don't quite get that one. And I go stroke, and then I hear N0 TUP. So the way this works is I can start down through here. I say I'm on 14.230. And okay, so I log the first one, N0 TUP. Pulls up the next one is this Whiskey Papa 3 call sign, partial call sign. I go ahead and finish that one out, and it pulls up Alfredo's call sign there. And then as I'm logging Alfredo, Zach pops in really quickly here and tries to get my attention. So I go ahead and add him here. So AI4ZD, he said he was wounded, so I had to do it. AI4ZD.
Imagine myself.
What's that?
He didn't even add my call sign. I am here.
Oh, I know.
Log Catalina, Andy.
Okay, so we will add Zach's call. Then we'll go. Okay, we hear Catalina trying to get in there. So LU5EZO. We'll go ahead and log her, and then we've got Caleb. Caleb's loads next. We'll go ahead and log him. Then Jim's loads. We'll go ahead and log him. And then James, his loads, and we'll go ahead and log him. So the way that works, if you're working through a pileup in a park, you just keep adding call signs as you hear a whole pileup coming at you with a / in between them, full call signs, partial call signs, everything in between. And then you just log them one at a time, and it pops to the next one, The call sign queue is what we're calling it, that, and call stacking. We've called it both. So this is an awesome feature if you're doing pileups. I have never actually used it in the field before, but I can see the value in it. I have so many people requesting this feature that we said, you know what, let's just go ahead and throw it in there. So
yeah, I know Zach in the chat. Thanks for the shout out, Zach.
Zach was a huge yes. Call. Tom is asking, is it available on mobile? Yes, it is released on mobile. It is there, absolutely. Mobile and web. I don't think we have it in the desktop app just yet. I'm not positive on that, but it is absolutely available on mobile and web. So Zach already used it on his iPad. That's awesome. And I saw Zach said up here that he got a couple more CW activations under his belt, feeling ready for Hamvention. I am looking forward to meeting you, Zach and Maggie at Hamvention, and yeah, I'm really excited that you've been able to use the call stacking feature already. That's really awesome. So yeah, well, you know what, this next feature that I'm about to show deserves almost a whole segment to itself. So we're gonna go ahead and go to a break. When we get back, we're gonna share I'm looking at satellites again, sorry. Once we get back, we're going to share James' video. James, if you have that pulled up, we'll go ahead and share that video.
I think I uploaded it into the media assets here, Andy. So
perfect.
I don't know if
that
that works for you. We got that queued up.
That is perfect. We'll go ahead and watch that assets video and then stick around because we have something huge, big, massive, gorgeous, beautiful to show you. It's big and it's beautiful. So don't go anywhere. We will be right back. And more from your favorite ham radio live stream right after this message. See you guys on the other side. Are you ready to ditch that 90s ham radio logging software and upgrade to something from this century? Well, now you can. Welcome to a brand new era of software in ham radio, World Radio League.
Whether you're a brand new ham radio operator just getting started or a seasoned veteran looking to upgrade your logging experience, World Radio League is the ham radio tool suite for you. Its sleek, modern design brings ham radio into today's world. No more digging through endless menus to find basic features. It's all right in front of you, ready to go with just a couple clicks. An extremely customizable logging interface is just the beginning. We integrate with 7 spotting networks to make finding your contacts that much easier. Plus, we offer many custom mapping and analytics tools so that you can view your contacts your way. We have all sorts of tools tailored to contesting, POTA, SOTA, WWFF, and other activities as well. And it gets better. With our cloud-based log storage, you can access your logs using our fully featured web interface in tandem with our robust mobile app. You can log into your account on any device and even log contacts offline, syncing them to your online account later. The best part? Logging with World Radio League is free. Just set up an account and start logging. Want to use advanced features like large log imports and analytics? Upgrade to a premium plan starting at only $3 a month. Join a huge community of ham radio operators at the fastest growing ham radio software platform available by creating your free account at worldradioleague.com today, or search for World Radio League in your favorite app store.
Welcome back, everybody. Great to see you here. Welcome back to the fastest 2 hours in ham radio. I'm Andy N0APX, your extra host today on the World Radio League show on the cutting edge of technological evolution. Welcome everyone who is here for the first time and here for not the first time. Glad to see each and every one of you here. Lots of great friends in the chat. Lots of, seeing new faces in the chat. Saw somebody from Belgium. There is a lot of great friends around here. So yeah, we have something cool to share. Something really cool to share. I've shared some previews of it in previous streams, but it is going live probably today or tomorrow. And I will go ahead and share that screen with you here in just a few minutes. But first, let me go ahead and bring James and Catalina back in. Welcome back, guys.
Hello.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a couple questions popped in here. Ron says he's not sure what WWFF is. It is Worldwide Flora and Fauna. It's similar to POTA. POTA. Sorry, I had the music up too high, and Tom says the background music is S9 plus 20. My mistake, Tom. I got it done. Yeah, the noise floor here is just outrageous. Lots of QRM going on. WWFF is Worldwide Flora and Fauna. It's very similar to, I say very similar. It's somewhat similar to POTA, SOTA, those types of activities. If you, I believe the website, if I'm not mistaken, is wwff.co. Catalina, could you confirm that web link and maybe drop it in the chat if you find the WWFF web link? I think it's www.ff.co if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but in fact, I can even share this.
Yeah, there you go. There's the site right
yes.
there.
And so, yeah, as Andy mentioned, very similar to POTA. I'll also share because I think Rosanna's question is related to this as well. So, but the really great thing about World Radio League is if you go into World Radio League and you click on the activities section, you can see all the instead of having to go to each individual activity site, like Parks on the Air is Parks, Summits on the Air is Summits, Worldwide Flora and Fauna is protected flora fauna areas, which is sort of, I mean, it's also natural areas similar to POTA.
Yeah.
So sometimes you might go to a POTA site, like you see there is a, this is a WWFF site, which is also the Chattahoochee River near me. And the POTA site for the Chattahoochee River is also.
And you'll see a lot of, if you see the numbers there on those two sites, they're both 0662. There's a lot of crossover between those numbers because, as I understand it, when one of them was created, they pulled like a lot of detail information from the other. And so there's a lot of crossover information there as far as some of the site numbers and things. But yeah, the dark green pins are going to be POTA pins, bright green ones WWFF, and the red ones are going to be SOTA summits on the World Radio League activity page. But yeah, let's since you mentioned it, let's just go ahead and answer Rosanna's question too. Is there a way to pinpoint maps, the parks, pinpoint on the maps the parks that she's personally activated and hunted?
Absolutely. And if you just want the parks, you can turn off the WWFF and the SOTA and the IOTA, and you can switch to show hunted or show activated, right? Yep. And so when you switch to show hunted or show activated, it'll color code them for yellow for not activated and green for activated on this. And it'll create you an awesome map. And this is even on the mobile app. So you can be riding around in your car and checking out which parks near you have activated or hunted. You can see I've got some work to do here. And also I'll mention too, we're working on adding beaches on the air, lighthouses on the air, bunkers on the air, and even some other activities, but it's going to be customizable to you. So you can show.
I know this goes really deep into the nitty gritty operations of things, but this is just really cool. We've set this up. We've designed this feature so that it sorts when it displays the pins on the map. We can't display like all the pins all the time, or your browser will crash just because your browser can't handle that. But we show up to, I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's like up to 1,000 pins at any given time. But you'll always see if you have activated less than 1,000 parks, you will, or hunted less than 1,000 parks, either one, depending on which one you're showing, you will always see all your activations or hunts on the map, because we sort when we filter those extra pins off, because we have to for performance, those pins over that 1,000 number. When we filter those off, we sort by all the green ones float to the top of the list, so they'll always get displayed, and then all the rest of them are below that, are cut off at that 1,000 mark. But
yeah, that's really cool. And if you so you can see my green. Here's Huntsville. This was actually like one of my best activations ever, and you can even see we even have pages for each park in here. This was the coolest. When I was at Huntsville Hamfest last year, I activated this park, and all of like the major ham radio YouTubers, like Jason from Ham Radio 2.0, and I mean just everybody was there, and I got them all on Simplex.
Oh, cool!
On my POTA activation, it was super cool.
That's really fun. Yeah, absolutely. Very nice. Okay, well, we have this this clip now. James, you said, did you want me to start this clip at the 2-minute mark or play it from the beginning through to the 2-minute mark?
Yeah, start it from the 2-minute mark.
Start it from that. I'll see if I can do that. We'll see what happens. StreamYard's a little bit tricky to do that, but we're gonna give it a shot. Let's see what we can do. Let's go ahead, and it's gonna take me just a second to get it queued up here. Give me just a minute, guys. Okay, it's not gonna let me start it at the 2-minute mark here. Let's see here. I tell you what, I don't mind to watch 3 minutes of the video. James, if you're good, we'll just start at the beginning and watch it through about the 3-minute mark. Does that work for you?
Yeah, we can just start through and we can watch a little bit. We can watch 30 seconds or a minute of it, and you guys can see a little bit of how I want to get to this. I want to get to this 2-minute mark of it because I want to see there's this really cool animation. If this is the same animation James showed us this morning, this is an awesome animation. So I want to see this. So we're gonna play it through. So here it is, guys. Ham Radio. Welcome to lesson 15. In this lesson, we'll talk more about station equipment and troubleshooting some common problems with your equipment. A ham radio has two main jobs: to transmit your signals and to receive signals from other stations. In the early days of radio, the transmitter and receiver were two separate units, but today in ham radio, we primarily use transceivers. A transceiver is a device that combines a receiver and a transmitter into one unit.
You can remember this just by looking at the word. Trans is for transmit, and ceiver is for receiver, transceiver. Almost all of the common radios, both handhelds and base stations today, are transceivers. One of the key components of a transceiver is the variable frequency oscillator, or VFO circuit, which is used to set the receive and transmit frequency. We usually just call this the VFO. On my IC7300 HF radio, this big knob on the front is the VFO knob used to control the frequency. A good ham radio receiver needs to be able to hear the signals you're trying to receive, but also block out signals you don't want to receive that would cause interference and noise. The terms for these two aspects of receiver performance are sensitivity and selectivity. Sensitivity describes the ability of a receiver to detect the presence of a signal. The more sensitive the receiver is, the better the radio can pick up very weak, distant signals. Selectivity describes the ability of a receiver to discriminate between multiple signals. Selectivity is important to make sure you select the correct signals you want to hear, while blocking out the other signals. Don't get these two terms mixed up. Sensitivity means ability to detect a signal. Selectivity means ability to discriminate between multiple signals. When a radio is turned on, it defaults to receive mode. To transmit, you usually use the PTT function, which stands for push to talk. Usually this button is on the microphone. The PTT input switches transceiver from receive to transmit when grounded. When transmitting, the transmitter uses an oscillator circuit to generate a signal at a specific frequency. This will create a transmit carrier signal. The carrier signal acts like a transporter for your data, but by itself, it doesn't have any information or voice. It's just a pure electromagnetic wave at a particular frequency. Then, when you speak into the microphone, your transmitter uses a technique called modulation to combine speech with an RF carrier signal. Modulation is the process of adding your voice or other data on top of the carrier signal. The different modes of operation, like FM, meaning frequency modulation, AM, amplitude modulation, or SSB, are all different ways of adding data on top of the carrier frequency. Most handheld ham radios have a maximum power output of 5 to 8 watts, and most full-size HF ham radios have a maximum power of 100 watts from the factory. But there are cases where
I love these graphics. Honestly, it's literally helping me to understand some concepts better. Some of the graphics that's coming out of this technician course is it's the best technician course graphics I think we've ever produced.
It's crazy. And I'll tell you, like,
incredible.
even, making the course and filming the course, it has been a huge amount of work. I mean, it's a lot of work. But the crazy thing is you really, like, just reviewing these concepts and things, you really do learn a lot.
Oh yeah.
I mean, so for some of you that have purchased Ham Radio Prep, you have lifetime access. So if you want to, you'll get access to the new course for free.
You loyal viewers are the first of anyone besides the World Radio League Ham Radio Prep team to see anything from the 2026 technician course. So consider yourselves blessed and very privileged to be the first to see that. I love what Tom says here. This is the power of Ham Radio Prep in a nutshell, and he said it in such a beautiful and slightly humorous way. He said it's been a year since he did all 3 licensed courses, and he still sees the blue text and instinctually thinks, "Oh, I better remember this part." That's exactly right. That's the power of Ham Radio Prep right there. Is the way the answers are highlighted in blue text and it drills it into your brain. It drills it.
Yeah, it's like awesome. It's not just memorizing, right? Exactly. But it does focus on the correct answers. So you're not learning the wrong answers, you're learning the correct ones.
You're learning the correct answers and all the context to go with it, but doubling down on the correct answers, which is awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, and I don't have any problem with the ARRL textbook, but for most people who are new into ham radio, reading a full textbook as your first step into ham radio is not the right way to go. It's just not. You need to learn the basic. It's a good reference to have, and but you need to get licensed, you need to get on the air, and then you go
Yeah.
learning and progressing.
And if you just enjoy reading, I mean, you can see on the shelf behind me, on the shelf behind James, we do have Ham Radio Prep books. If you just enjoy reading, you can get our books. Come see us at a Ham Fest. We'll give them to you for free. You can buy them on Amazon. But it's honestly the best way to go is to download the Ham Radio Prep mobile app and just sign up for one of the courses and take it, because it will drill it into your brain. It's awesome.
100%.
Yeah.
Well, thank you thanks for giving us the time to feature that today, Andy. That was cool.
Absolutely. That's that you
Sorry,
showed us that. You showed us that.
Sorry.
You showed us that graphic in the call this morning, and I was so excited. That modulation graphic is so cool. Anyway, go ahead, Catalina.
No, it was to respond a question that it's on the chat
Yeah, go for
from
it.
Peter, that it says, can I gift the training to a grandson? And that's a very important point of
Yeah.
Ham Radio Prep, that you have a complete section that is called gift card, and you can give these courses to anyone. You just need the email to send that gift card online to anybody that you want, and you can purchase one course. You can purchase the all license passport bundle. So it's a great choice whenever you want to give this to someone. I will leave the link in the chat, but thank you for the question, Peter.
Yeah.
Good
Absolutely,
point, Catalina.
absolutely.
That's a good point. It's a great, even if you've got your license, it's a great way to get somebody else licensed and on the air.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure, for sure.
or upgrade.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So I think we'll go ahead. I think the time has come. We're gonna go ahead and dive into this. What's that, Catalina?
Come on.
Yeah,
Show it.
the
Show
time
it.
has come.
Show it.
Let us take a look at the brand new World Radio League Command Center. There you go, right there. Absolutely just
Woohoo!
epic.
I love it. I love it.
So I am currently using the Forest Canopy theme. You can go with the default theme. You can go with the Daylight theme. You can go with the Cyberpunk Neon theme. We've got the Aurora theme. We have the Cyberpunk Neon. That's kind of a cool theme. That's kind of a nice one. The Aurora theme. We have Solar Sunset, which is pretty cool.
Ooh, that one's
I think the
nice.
developer really liked this one. This has a really cool feel to it. I like this one. Forest Canopy, one of my absolute favorites. Absolutely beautiful. Earthy Terracotta. That one is gorgeous. I love this one.
I love
This
it.
is so cool. Yes. Earthy Terracotta is good. We have Mono Slate. So kind of that gray feel. Crimson Ember. And a little bit of a more reddish vibe going on there. We have Arctic Ice. Looky there. That one's really, really nifty. And of course, Mocha Cafe, another one of my favorites. So that Mocha Cafe just looks sweet. I like that. I think my top three favorites are Mocha Cafe, Earthy Terracotta, and Forest Canopy. With default, of course, being right up there just because it's got our colors. But I must say the Earthy Terracotta just looks good. That looks so good.
Yeah,
So-
that one's
Love
really
it.
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like
absolutely.
that.
This will be on the big screen at Hamvention. I'm super excited to get this up on the big screen there. Like I said, it's probably dropping today or tomorrow on the production app. Right now, it is in our one of our internal testing links, so y'all don't have access to that. But yes, this was the finalized testing, and it will be available very soon. So I'm going to you won't be able to see what I'm doing because it's on a separate tab. I'm going to a different tab now with just a second logger tab. It's just the World Radio League logging interface. So it's the same thing y'all look at all the time. I'm going to type in James call sign. Let's see what happens. N0WRL. Boom. Pulled him right up on the
That's so cool.
Let's go. Let's do another one. Let's go Zach. AI4ZD. Okay, for some reason it thinks Zach's in a different. Oh, this
Yeah,
is,
Zach,
I know
are you
exactly
in?
what
Are
happened.
you in
This
Africa,
is in the
Zach?
testing. This is in the testing environment. So it's got one of our developers set up an account under AI4ZD in the testing environment. Apparently.
But look
That's
at
hilarious.
the globe view. That looks
Yeah,
so good.
So
Like
you have two options. You have two options here. You have the let's see here, it looks like this mode might need to be corrected. We have the map view, which is just your typical just repeating map, and you have the globe view. What I love about the globe view is that I'm gonna go ahead and switch this theme back to Forest Canopy because it looks so cool. One of the things I love, look how that glows. I love that. One of the things I love about the globe view is that it zooms out to a globe view, but when you zoom in, it basically turns into a map. So, I mean, you've got all the map detail you want here, and then you can zoom back out into a globe view, and I just love that. So there's that. Let me enter one more call sign. Let's go with let's see here. Who's somebody out in, I think, W6JSV maybe? Is that? Yeah, there's from me to California. Let's go HB9EVT. This should be cool. There we go. There's one that zoomed out all the way to show the whole globe view. There's Pepe. Anyway, you see how this works. This is really cool, really incredible. Beautiful map here, and it's just awesome. This will show live spots and contacts both on the map. So as contacts happen, they'll pop up on this map. So will spots. You can turn that on and off in here. We'll have plenty more overlays. You got a gray line you can turn on, which looks really neat in globe view because it's like it literally just covers half the earth in this, this.
I am going to keep this running in my shack all the time. Like this,
me too,
this
probably.
for me, this covers it. Like
on my
this,
satellite monitor.
Yeah.
Yes. I have a 43-inch monitor. I would love to put it on, but that's my primary monitor, so I better keep it off of there. But yeah, so we're gonna have plenty more overlays, plenty more widgets. But this is where we started. You've also got some map styles you can change here. You can just.
Terry says we need an orange one for the Vols.
Yes, indeed. Okay, so let's go ahead and walk through some of the widgets we have here. We've got of course the time widget, which shows the current time, UTC, and the local time. The DE widget, which is your location and information. The DX widget, as you're logging, this will load with whoever's information you're logging. Or you can come over to the spots, and if there are any spots, there's not any in this dev environment right now, but if there were, you could double click on a spot and it would load it there too.
By the way, Surafel is in the chat. He just hopped in and said hello. Surafel is the developer who built this along with partnering with Andy on this, and so, I mean, he absolutely crushed it. So give a shout out to Surafel. Would not be
possible without Surafel. Yes, Surafel is awesome. Although I will take some small amount of credit for this radar widget, because I had this brainstorm and I thought this would be really cool. And so this is an azimuthal map. So it basically is a flat map of the world. Not that we believe the world is flat, but this is a flat map of the globe of the world, and with your location as the center. And it's just got this radar beam that's scanning, and anytime there's a spot, it pops up on this map. You can click on it.
What made you think of that, Andy?
I don't know. I wanted this really cool radar view. It may have even been like I was like chatting with AI and it said I should include some radar type something. And I was like, well, how could I do that? What could I do? Anyway, we brainstormed this idea somehow or another. And yeah, so you can just click on a spot here on this map. And it will, down here, here's the beam heading compass. It'll give you all the information there. It fills in this DX widget here with all their information, weather, sunrise, sunset, all that good stuff. Beam heading here. And then if you have operators you're following and they're spotted on the air, those will pop up in this followed operators widget down here. So we've got that. That's now. Cool. We have solar imagery. And of course, the propagation. This is the solar flux index, K index, A index, all in gauge form. So this is really cool. This was a fun one to put together with Surafel. Then the band conditions. Of course, you're all familiar with this widget. You know how that one works. We've got this. Maybe this will be a perfect day for operating. The sunspot number is 73.
Ooh, nice. I didn't even check band conditions today.
Yeah, it looks fair. It's just kind of funny that the sunspot number is 73. Here's the live spots widget that will populate as when this thing goes live, when it has access to all the live spots and the live contests. You can see we're doing a lot of WRTC and Raspberry Pi testing there, so we've got some of those contests going on, but you'll have those live contests here.
And what'll be great too with the contest is, since it's integrated with World Radio League contesting, let's say you're sitting there, contest is happening, you've got it up on your dashboard, you click, boom, now you're into your logging interface for the contest.
Yeah, boom. I clicked it and it literally brought me straight to the contest in a new tab. So you know, that's how that'll work. You just click on a contest, it'll open a new tab. What's cool about this, you can have this up on one monitor, you click the button and it pops this open in a new tab, and you know, you can drag that tab to your other monitor and start logging in that contest, and your console, your command center will, you know, it will update as you're logging contacts. So very, very nice. We've got the widgets deal right here, where you can hide some widgets. If you don't want to show certain widgets, you can hide them here. Like I said, this is an MVP launch. We will have plenty more widgets, plenty more overlays. Let us know if there's any cool overlays. I think a really cool overlay would be like some weather information, like a weather radar would be awesome. But yeah, I think you could turn this into a basic operating dashboard for all types of operating, even like weather nets, you know, have this dashboard up in your shack or in your MCOM trailer, and whenever there's a weather net going on, you'll have a radar right over the top of your ham radio dashboard. You know, that would be really awesome. So yeah, so you know, you can pick what solar imagery you want to look at. We've got a few options there, and yeah, so
yeah, once we get a ham radio station on the moon, we'll be able to, you know, put that on there, of course.
Yeah, exactly. World Radio League. Yeah,
once the moon base is in place.
Yeah, absolutely. Huge, you know, 70-inch screen up there with the World Radio League dashboard on it. Of course,
a man can dream.
We might have to call it the Moon Radio League at that point, James. I don't know.
That's a good point. If we get a ham radio station on the moon, do we have to change our name? Like, does it know it's no longer World Radio League now?
It's Universe Radio League.
Yes. Or we'll just be like, yeah, sorry, we don't support moon operators at this time.
So let me show you a couple other things. So we've got the DX News widget down here. So that's going to show you some kind of like live information of SWPC alerts, space weather information, that type of thing is what it's showing right now. We will probably upgrade that to show more information later. That's what it's showing right now. If you click this, where is it? The edit layout button. Now you have the option to take, let's say I want my propagation widgets up at the top above the solar imagery widget. Now you can just drag and drop these. You can drag them around just like this. Just grab the little handle and boom, there you go. So you know, you can edit that layout. You can yeah, absolutely. We will hopefully soon have this set up to where you can we will hopefully soon have this set up where you can actually drag them back and forth between sides. Right now you can drag them up and down in you know, in their individual rails, but yeah, hopefully soon we can update that even further. I'm looking at you, Surafel, in the chat. No, I'm kidding.
Okay, Andy, so
yeah,
tell us, when are people going to get their hands on this thing?
Okay, so I was considering passing this to you to explain, but I'll go ahead and explain it. That's perfectly fine. So this is going to launch live on the site today or tomorrow, I believe is the plan, as early access for basic and above members. So this early access, it's going to be available for everybody. Don't panic, spam the chat yet. It's going to be available for basic, premium, and VIP, and of course VIP Life members as of today or tomorrow, the day of launch, whenever all the PRs get approved and everything launches on the main site. And then let's see here, what's the exact date on this? I think it's basically 1 month from now it will become available to everybody. James, why don't you kind of talk us through your thought process here, if you don't mind, and just kind of lay this out for us.
I can chime in here. You know, this is a big feature. This is what we would in our language call a major feature when we release something big like this. We try to get 2 really big releases out a month. And so we wanted to make something special for our members. You know, we wanted to give you guys early access to this. But also before we make it generally available, we wanted to get feedback from all of our members, and make sure, you know, hear what you guys like about it, hear what widgets do you want to see. You know, let us know, hey, I wish we had a widget for this, or I wish we could change this, or I wish you could put this on the map. You know, we want to have a chance for our members to really review it. But we did decide that we felt this was something we wanted to make available to everybody in the world for free. And I think we've done a really good job. I think that those of you guys who have supported us as members, I think everyone would say nobody forced me to become a member. Nobody forced me to become a founding member of World Radio League. I think what people would say is I really love what you guys are doing. Yeah. And
also this is just a huge thank you to you, our basic premium VIP members. Thank you for believing in us, for joining our this awesome league, this awesome group of people. I mean, it's an amazing, fantastic group of people. I've got to know so many of you, and it's just a great group of people. This is our thank you, as you know, you get early access to stuff like this, and you never know what's coming down the pipeline that you'll get early access to, you know, as time rolls on. But thank you all. Here you go.
100%.
This is your thank you present.
And you know, I'll say, back in 2023, if you go take a little trip down memory lane here, when we started Ham Radio Prep in 2018, the big thing was I studied engineering in college, and when I got my license, luckily I knew a lot of the electrical engineering concepts, but a lot of the people I was talking to, they didn't have that background, and they were like, I feel like there should be an easier way to get your ham radio license. And that was the whole reason we wanted to go and create Ham Radio Prep, because we look, we should make this easier. We need to get more people licensed and on the air. And if we want to keep on ham radio growing over the next 5 and 10 years, we're going to need more people. You know, we need more people to get into this amazing hobby.
Yeah, absolutely.
But with World Radio League, what we were seeing is, you know, we've got all this we're getting all these people licensed, but they get licensed, and, you know, the software that people were getting recommended just hadn't been updated in years, and a lot of the people weren't really servicing it. And we're like, you know, if we really want to help people get engaged and have a great experience in ham radio, we need ham radio software that is as exciting and fun and innovative as ham radio operators themselves. Something that makes it easy to log and do your analytics and join competitions. And that's what we've been building. And you guys who are founding members, I love to look at this while I kind of explain why we started doing World Radio League in the first place. And because when I see this, I'm like, wow, you know, it wouldn't have been possible without the member support to really dedicate the time and the energy and the cloud cost to build stuff like this. So thank you for everybody who has been sticking with us, and we're just getting started. I mean, this is
this dashboard is so exciting. I can't hardly stop looking at it. I love this thing. I had so much fun building this, and it's just I love the way it's just going to fit into my shack, and I hope the same for everybody else. And if it doesn't perfectly fit into your shack, if there's something you think is missing or needs added, let us know. We can add all kinds of stuff to this thing. This is a very early launch of this product. I mean, this thing's going to evolve. This is going to kind of become its whole own ecosystem within an ecosystem, if you will. So just keep
every time you change the theme, I'm like, I think I like it more. Like every time you change the theme, I'm like, the green one started growing on me, and then you changed it to this one, and I'm like, okay, wait, I actually like this one more.
Yeah.
I don't know which one I like best.
Yeah, and I'm seeing several suggestions for some themes in the chat. Throw some themes at us too. I mean, yeah, sure, we can experiment with that. That's, you know, whatever. Guys, we are way over time for our next break, so we're going to go ahead and hit that quick. James, Catalina, you'll both still be here after the break?
I won't.
Okay. James, you still be here?
Okay, I'll still be here, but say goodbye to 73 to Catalina, folks.
Awesome.
And I'll still be
73 Catalina,
73.
thank you so much for coming along for the first hour, and we will plan on, hopefully you're going to be here next week, because I'm going to need some backup.
Yes, I will be here.
All right, sounds good. We'll see you all. We'll see you next week, Catalina. And guys, don't go anywhere. We will be right back after the following message from one of our favorite sponsors, of which we have two, and they're both us. Don't go anywhere, guys. We will be right back.
Imagine setting up your ham radio in a state or national park like this one, surrounded by nature.
And making contacts with people all over the world.
That's what Parks on the Air is all about. It's one of the most fun and rewarding ways to participate in ham radio.
POTA is for everyone.
Activators head out to parks to experience nature, while hunters try and contact them from home. With over 500,000 participants worldwide, there's an activation happening every day. And in fact, there's probably an activation going on in a park like this right now.
But if you're new, getting started can be overwhelming. From picking the right gear and antennas to setting up in the field, logging contacts, and following the rules.
That's why we created the Ham Radio Prep POTA course, your guide to getting started with Parks on the Air. We'll walk you through everything step by step, from choosing equipment to setting up, on-air operation, and logging.
This course will get you on the air fast and help you to avoid common beginner mistakes.
And even if you already have POTA experience, you'll find plenty of pro tips to optimize your station setup and operations.
We recommend having at least a general license for this course, but even if you're still a technician, this course will help you prepare for the next level and get ready to join in the fun.
POTA is an amazing way to build your skills, get in the outdoors, and connect with other hams around the world. So are you ready to start your next adventure?
Sign up for the POTA course today at hamradioprep.com.
Welcome back, everybody, to the third half of the show. This is the World Radio League Show. I am Andy, N0APX, your host today and most every week here on the World Radio League Show. Welcome back to 2 jam-packed hours of pure ham radio goodness. Glad to see each and every one of you here. And James is still with us. Catalina couldn't take any more of my going on and on and on, so she
It was
split.
just too good. She
Yeah,
had to
yeah.
take some time to process that new dashboard.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm gonna have to tie half my brain behind my back again just to make it fair. No, I'm kidding. We have more to discuss. James is throwing some notes in here at me, so we'll be talking about some upcoming news and stuff. We're also going to Dayton, guys. Don't forget, Dayton is this week, so you'll see plenty of stuff coming out of there. In fact, we might talk just kind of talk Dayton here in a few minutes. I do want to hit. We've got tons of comments queued up here that we haven't even gotten to yet, so I'm gonna walk through a few of these, and then James, we can talk about some of the news that you've got in there. Iowa POTA Man says, my POTA quest was cut short to spend some time with my wife on Mother's Day. What link do I need to share on social media to get a coffee cup? X, Facebook, and what's the other one, James? Instagram?
But it's specifically what we're talking about is sharing your map. I think that's more what he means. So if you go, when you do a POTA activation or you're doing any type of, it doesn't have to be a POTA activation. Like I keep a logbook. I'll just show you a quick demo here. You go to your logbook, go to the map, and then So if you go into your logbook, you go to the map, and then you click Share Map, it'll generate you a shareable view. You could also just screenshot your map, but I mean, it does create you a pretty cool view here, so you might want to use it. And then you can share that and tag World Radio League on any social media. And then Catalina, she will give you like points for sharing your map. And if you share your map on social media, we love it if you share it in groups as well too, because that helps other people find out about World Radio League. I mean, that's the great thing about sharing the map, right? Is somebody sees it and they go, wow, that's cool. And they might be inspired to sign up for an account and give it a try. So when you share that map, you're entering a chance to win a mug. Yeah. And the more maps you share, the more places you share them, the more times Catalina will count your share. Yeah. And hopefully give you one of these really cool mugs.
Absolutely beautiful.
I'm the CEO, so I just get one. I just get, I just
have to share any maps. I'm kidding. All right. So Iowa Potoman, you'll share them on X, Facebook, Instagram, the main socials. Just don't share them in any private Facebook groups. Make sure anything is public and easily accessible. So
exactly.
Stingray 8854 has a suggestion for the app. Every time someone logs POTA power, and Vaughn gets a 5.7, Julie gets a 5.9 plus. Okay, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, I get it. Yes. This is funny. This is a reference to the POTA Power YouTube channel. You'll have to go watch some of their streams if you don't catch that. Great callback there, call out there. Rosanna, what's the best way to introduce my radio club to WRL? Rosanna, I would just show them the app. Just show them the app. Show them the website, and then tell them that the CEO of the company and the media guy who does all the presentations at the clubs. That's me. Have them email partnerships@hamradioprep.com. And that's partnership. Is it partnership or partnerships? Is it plural?
Partnerships, yep, with an S.
Partnerships with an S at hamradioprep.com, and ask for a presentation at their club over Zoom or Google Meet or whatever video conferencing system they use. And one of us can beam in via the magic of the internet and do a presentation for your club and show them what World Radio League is all about. We would love to do that.
And Roseanne, I am dropping the email in there as well if you want. If we are happy to do a presentation. We got field day coming up.
This goes for all of y'all peoples out there. We would love to do a presentation for your club. Don't hesitate to reach out.
We might even have to do a little kind of short aside on this here, and I'm sure we'll talk about it more after Dayton. But Ham Radio Field Day is coming up in June. I think it's the end of June. And so a lot of ham radio clubs are going to get together. They're going to operate, and they're going to be on the air. And I tell you, as far as any experience, World Radio League is the best logger. If your club is still using another logger, get them onto World Radio League, because they're going to have a better experience. All the field day multipliers and points are tracked in World Radio League.
Yeah.
Plus, it supports multi-operator, which that's huge, because you can have multiple people in the club in the same logbook automatically syncing all their logs.
And this is a good time as any to address this. So I'm going to go ahead and address it here. I had somebody reach out to me over the weekend and say, "Hey, is the cat control issue figured out for clubs? Are we going to be able to have a whole club use cat control on each of their individual radios for field day?" And the answer is yes, we are going to be able to. By field day, we will have cat control fully integrated into the desktop app. In fact, I am meeting with the two lead developers on this tomorrow to really nail this thing down and make sure that this thing is going to be, rock and roll and ready in just a few days. So I'm going to be meeting with them to get cat control integrated into the desktop app, in the coming. I think we're still basically on target in the next, where are we at, week or two, I think. So I think I think we've still got time in even the timeline that we laid out already, which is the next week or two. And so, we are going to, I'm going to be meeting with them tomorrow. We're going to be nailing that down. Of course, Dayton's coming up. That will pull me out of the loop for a little bit, but after the meeting tomorrow, they will have a clear picture of what still needs to be done, and the implementation plan. So that should be ready very soon. Yes, and so it'll be ready plenty of time for field day. You'll be able to have each of your individual operating stations running cat control into the desktop app. Desktop apps will all sync to the cloud if you have an internet connection. So very, very awesome. So, you'll be able to track dupes across stations and all that good stuff. So really looking forward to that. In fact, we'll probably put together some really solid marketing material for field day specifically, because this is such a huge game changer. And we can share that. We can share some of that out with y'all, so you can share it with your clubs and what have you. So
Absolutely.
very
Good
much
point.
looking forward to that. Thank you, David, for the note there. I appreciate that. David knows my references. Old Swamper says, will the clear button clear the whole list or just the next one on the list? This is in reference to our call sign Q feature, with the // things. I honestly, let me try it real quick on my mobile app. James, have you tried this yet? Do you know which way?
I want to see it clears all of them.
I want to
And
say that's kind of my thought process, is that it will clear all of them. I'm going to check really quickly here. We're going to pull this up and go 0 WRL / K4 AZE, and then hit the clear button. Yeah, it clears all of them, clears the whole list, which I understand why you would maybe want to do them one at a time, but I also understand why you'd want to do the whole list. But yeah, it's something we can kind of take feedback on in the coming few days and see kind of what people want on that. So LU1VJK question. Recently I was doing some hiking and I couldn't mark my real location on the map. It showed that I was far away from the soda activation point. Is it possible to set it manually? Yes, it is. You can go in there, you can change your grid square. You can even have it, if you got location settings turned on for the app, you can literally have it pinpoint your exact coordinates, and in your location on the map. So yeah, you can go in there when you're creating the logbook. You can go into logbook settings and do it. It's very very possible there. Great question. And that's available on the map, on the web, or the mobile app. So he also asks, on the other hand, he tried it in the browser, and the same thing happens with POTA. He's only a few meters from AR0106. No, I'm not going to pronounce that. National Park, but it won't let me set my real location. So yeah, there are some browsers who have like extra privacy layers that you might have an issue with it pinpointing your exact location. But yeah, as long as you're using a mainstream browser.
And if it doesn't, I'll give a quick demo here, but if it doesn't work, also, you don't be afraid to mash that report a bug, because we can look for this. I'm trying to remember your name. I know, I think it's Daniel. Let me look you up here really quick and our call sign. I don't want to put you on the spot here on the live stream, but I will give, I do want to make sure I get your name right.
That's right.
Yeah, it is Daniel. Okay, Daniel. Yeah, let me check out here, and I will show you guys real quick. If you go to create new logbook, and let's say you select a park, and this is very similar on mobile. I'm showing it on the web, but it's very similar on mobile. So you get the let's do a POTA site or a soda site, because I know sometimes the sodas, depending on the soda, they may not have the latitude or longitude, but I've got Stone Mountain. So it'll set the location of your operating location based on where the site is. It knows now that you're not at your home, because normally it would be, it'd set it to your home, but it says, oh no, we know where you're at because you're at this soda site. But if you want to further refine that, you could enter some data. You can enter your latitude, longitude. You could click the Find My Location button to pull it from your device. Or in the case, I don't know if the set on map is available on mobile. I don't think it is. But you could also say, let me actually just exactly set where I am on a pin. And then you could say confirm location and create the logbook from there. And that way your mapping is accurate. All your contacts are accurate. So when you're creating your logbook, that set your location will help you set that. Now, I want to say one other thing, though, is that if you are logging and you don't set your location correctly, or you don't set it before you set it up, and you come back and you change your location, then it'll only go to the it'll only set your location for the future QSOs. It's not automatically going to set your location for your past QSOs unless you check this box. If you check this box and click save, it will actually retroactively update all of your previous contacts too, which is great because then it makes sure that all of your contacts have the same operating location.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. And he says, inside the park, it only shows the default point that someone marked, which is very far away from where he wants to activate. Yes, you can adjust that as you create that. You can adjust it by putting in a grid square or just having it find your location exactly as like a pin on the map. Basically.
Oh, and also I should mention once, if you do need to go back and correct it, you can use QSO Manager, or you can, select all the contacts and you can update the location from the website on the QSO Manager. So you could go backwards. I guess on the website, there's a way to make the pin. I don't know if on the map, I guess maybe you could enter the grid. I'd have to check what options we have to manually set your location on the grid though, too.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's see here. We answered the question about gift cards for Ham Radio Prep earlier. Let's answer it for World Radio League. Can we is there gift cards for World Radio League?
Unfortunately, we have not implemented that yet, but you have to say you could send them a little money and say, "Hey, sign up." We hopefully we'll get that eventually. But today we just have the gift cards for Ham Radio Prep.
For sure. Awesome. Okay.
But I appreciate the thought. I love the extra support there.
Yeah, absolutely. Tim Dow likes the new graphics. He used Ham Radio Prep for he's talking about the Ham Radio Prep graphics. He used Ham Radio Prep for all 3 license classes, and we made it easy. He knew very little about ham radio. You are so very welcome. And I wish I could pass this message back to Professor Jim, because he probably taught all the classes you were in. But yes, absolutely. You are very welcome. You're very welcome. Does desktop app play well with DeX? I'm assuming you're talking about Samsung DeX. No, you would have to use the mobile app for Samsung DeX. EOD Kaboom, is there a satellite colored theme? You just threw that one in there to throw me off. D Sutler says, currently studying through your general course. Great course, by the way. Highly recommend as a fellow dev. The WRL app and site is awesome. Thank you so much. We really appreciate that.
That's awesome. We are actually, we do have one more spot. We're not in a rush, but we do have an open developer position on the team. If you go to worldradioleague.com, if anybody, you or anyone else is a full stack developer and you love ham radio, but you're welcome to apply as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Tom says, once we get the moon base, we're gonna have to call it Intergalactic Radio League. Yes, indeed. He also
Tom, looking great. Looking forward to seeing you at Dayton. It's gonna be great.
Tom will love to see you there. He also says it would be cool to allow our map themes to become console themes. I can see that possibly. It's just we would have to get the mapping, like this color maps to this color, and this, like this color maps to the widget color, this color maps to the map color. It's going to be a little bit tricky to make that all happen, but we'll see. We'll see what we can do. Great questions, everyone. We have several more things to talk about here, but I really want to hear your experience so far with the first week of the Repeater Challenge. So we'll talk about that here in just a few minutes. The repeater challenge that I issued last week was get on your local repeater, just call out and have a conversation with somebody 5 days per week in the next 2 weeks. I was failing, and then I got my car with my mobile rig back, and I actually was able to get out on the repeater on one day, which was, anyway, we'll talk about that later, because it was really cool when I did get on the air. But let me know your experiences for the first week. So,
and Andy, that is totally a feature we need to put right into WRL too.
I know this is going to become
the repeater challenge.
I'm telling you, you heard it here first. We're starting so many things here on the World Radio League show. This is going to become a thing. This is going to be a thing, guys.
It is. That is, and because what you're gonna see in World Radio League, guys, there's gonna be a lot more analytics dashboards. There's gonna be a lot more awards. There's gonna be a lot more challenges and things that you can do and challenge yourself as well too. But that's a great challenge because that's gonna light up the repeaters. I mean, imagine, people saying, "Oh, now I think some people are afraid to get on the repeaters at times." I think, and I have heard some stories about people, "Oh, quit tying up the repeater and everything." I'm definitely of the mind that unless there is a reason that you don't need to be tying up the repeater, there is nothing wrong with keeping repeaters active and having some conversation. We need it.
Definitely. We talked about this in detail last week, and we're going to talk about it in detail again today. I'm giving the folks just a few minutes to put their notes in the chat about how their first week went with this. I did want to hit this comment right quick here. Old Swamper says on the / call sign cues. Yes, you will have to backspace to remove individual call signs from the list at this point. We'll see how that goes. If feedback is such, we may change that. But I also, while we're waiting on y'all to comment, James, let's hit a couple of these news stories. So you apparently were digging around on the interwebs and found out something about a new digital mode. Tell us about that.
Okay, I just thought this was super cool, and I'm like, a lot of people have been very excited about FreeDV. I am excited to try it, but I saw this news post from Amateur Radio Daily that I just want to bring up really quick. So Rhythmatica releases Mercury, a fully open source modem for digital on HF.
Cool.
So these are the guys that are behind the Hermes software suite.
Yeah.
If you've heard of that, and and ARDC is I'm trying to remember what it stands for, but they're
Amateur Radio. Here, hold on. ARDC, they're the folks who manage all of the IP, the ham radio IP block. All those free IP addresses. Amateur Radio, I cannot remember what it is.
Here it is. Amateur Radio Digital Communications. And they do grants. These guys are awesome. They do all kinds of amazing stuff for amateur radio. Cool. They're a really, really great group. But in any case, so they released this Mercury. It's added to their software suite. And this is it's a digital OFDM protocol for HF broadcast peer-to-peer ARQ connections with compatible TCP interfaces, built for reliable store and forward email and file transfer over HF radio links. So this is going to be it seems like you're going to have some similar capabilities to, but this is even beyond what you can do with WinLink, I think, because you can actually, you have a store and forward and file over HF radio. That's really cool. It's written in C. This is a GPL 3.0 license. And they also added I don't know if they're utilizing FreeDV or they just added FreeDV into their FreeDV support. Let's see. Yeah, using FreeDV digital data modes. Okay.
Cool.
Binaries are built for Windows.
So
and
it's
Debian.
A modem that actually uses FreeDV to. Oh, that's cool.
That is so cool. So looks like they have a mailing list. You can check out their GitHub here, and they even have YouTube demos. So
hello everyone, and welcome to our channel.
Let's give this some love, guys. They've got it, how to install it. They've updated all of this.
Very nice. Yeah, very nice. I'm looking forward to interacting with this a little bit. This is going to be kind of cool. It's going to be super cool.
This is really cool.
Yeah.
This is really cool. So I thought that was worth a share of the big news in the world of ham radio this week.
Very nice. All right. Well, we're up. James, are you going to be here for the last half of the show?
I am not.
So actually, we have so much to talk about, though.
So my mom is very practical. I told her yesterday, I said, let's go out and get dinner for Mother's Day. And she said, James, there's going to be all these crowds out for Mother's Day. Let's get dinner tomorrow, and it'll be the exact same.
There you go.
Very practical. So I got to get ready and go head out for some.
Perfectly understand. Tell your mother Happy Mother's Day from myself and everyone here, and absolutely very thankful for the fantastic mothers all around the world. James, great to have you on the show. Thank you for being here. We'll see you later this week in Dayton. Looking forward to it, my friend.
Thank you. And for
Yeah.
those of you at Dayton, I will see you there. 73, everybody.
7-3, James. Guys, we are going to be talking Dayton after the break here, and also the Repeater Challenge, the WRL Repeater Challenge. Do not go anywhere, because I want to hear your stories. Throw those in the chat, your Repeater Challenge stories. I have one of my own, and I will be talking Dayton and repeaters. So don't go anywhere. We will be right back after this very quick break. And that was, of course, the wrong track, but this is not.
Hey, it's Jim, N4BFR, lead instructor here at Ham Radio Prep with an important message. If you've been following us for a while, you know how we've helped tens of thousands of people get their ham radio license with our program. But there's so much more to ham radio than just getting your license. You need to get active and start operating. That's why I'm excited to tell you about our brand new Emergency Communications 101 course. We designed this course specifically to teach you how to get on the air and learn the fundamentals of emergency communications. We break it all down in easy to understand lessons and guides with real operating examples and activities, and we talk to experts in their field. By the end of this course, you'll be able to effectively communicate during public service events and emergencies, ensuring the safety of yourself, your family, and your community. So, if your focus is emergency communications, sign up today and take your ham radio skills to the next level. I'll see you in class, 73.
Welcome back, everybody. Great to see y'all still here, still hanging in there, even though you're stuck with me for the fourth half of the show here. I'm Andy, N0APX, having more fun than a human being should be allowed to have here on the World Radio League show on this beautiful, fabulous, and fantastic Monday afternoon in southwestern Missouri, live from the Blue Barn Studios here. And contrary to popular belief, it is actually a blue barn that I am broadcasting live from here. So much fun here. More fun than a human being should be allowed to have, as we like to say. Guys, let's talk Dayton. Dayton is coming up this week. Before we talk Dayton, please throw your experiences with the Repeater Challenge. How many contacts did you make? How many people did you talk to on your local repeater in the last week? How many days did you call out? Let me know in the chat below, and we'll so we can move on to week 2 of the Repeater Challenge. And like James said, this is absolutely this is very likely going to become a thing in the World Radio League platform. So let me know in the chat how you performed in the last week, and we'll kind of set some goals for next week. So, Dayton, it is coming up very quickly. It is coming up. We are departing on Thursday for Dayton. We got all the arrangements made with family to take care of our place while we're gone. So, thankful for some family who's able to step in and do that. And we have got tons of packing to do to get the family up to Dayton, and we're gonna be staying up there. We'll be there on. I'll be there personally on Friday and Saturday at Dayton Hamvention. So looking forward to meeting so many of you there on the Xenia Fairgrounds, and you just can't wait. It's gonna be a massive event. Hope to be able to do lots of video interviews, lots of photos of with folks that I would just love to meet in person and have a photo to prove it. And yeah, it's we're gonna have a ton of fun. Of course, you know me. I'll probably be roaming around in a plaid shirt and my POTA hat. So or my everything hat at this point. So come track me down and shake my hand in person. I will likely be at the WRL booth. I'll give you those numbers momentarily, those booth numbers. I will likely be there. If I'm not, I will probably be walking the grounds at some point or another, because I really want to walk the grounds and see all the things there is to see. I have never been to Hamvention before. This is a new thing for me, so I am looking forward to it. We will be at booth 1604, 5, and 6 in Building 1. That's 1604 through 6 in Building 1. So do not miss us. Looking forward to seeing each one of you there, and yeah, it's gonna be great. We're gonna have, of course, the beautiful Ham Radio, the World Radio League or Command Center up on the big screen. That's the plan. Looking forward to putting that up there, and oh man, I'm so excited about this thing. A couple of things I wanted to clarify about this. You'll see a full window and a full screen button. The full window button basically takes you from this view to this view. It just fills the window up. And I know you can't see it because I'm not sharing the whole screen. The full screen button actually takes you literally to, so we'll exit full window view and then go full screen with it. That, hold on. Exit full window. There we go. We'll go full screen with it. Why is it not wanting to cooperate? Hold on, let's refresh the page. Okay, it's up here. Let me pull it down here where I can not crane my head like I'm looking at satellites again. So we're gonna go back here. We're gonna go to here. This is where it's gonna live. It's right here. And we're gonna pop into that and go to full screen view. For some reason, it's not. Why is it not? Anyway, so typically when you go into full screen view, it will fill your entire screen. For some reason, there's a little bit of a glitch there, but we'll take a quick look at that and resolve that. But yeah, when you go into full screen mode, it will actually fill your entire screen with no borders. So it's gonna be really cool. I just wanted to clarify what the difference between those two buttons was. So, all right, we have some comments about the repeater challenge already. So let's take a look at those and keep throwing some more in here as we go. Zach says he checks into his repeater's nightly net every night. He even hosts the Sunday edition as net control. Very awesome, Zach. That's incredible. Iowa Potaman, 7 repeaters, 3 calls each day, 1 repeater owner. Okay. Very nice. All right. Let's see here. Pepe says, oh, he's talking about Hamvention. His train to the airport for his flight to Chicago leaves in 7 hours. Should he start packing his luggage? Pepe, yeah. Pack your luggage. Man, I want to meet you at Hamvention. You better go just pack your luggage and come back and rewatch the rest of the stream later. I'm looking forward to meeting you, Pepe. Looking forward to that. Zach says, Andy, come see Maggie give her Youth on the Air speech at 9:15 a.m. Saturday in Hall 3. There will be a prize raffle. I may very likely show up there, Zach. Come by on Friday and remind me. I've never been there, so I don't even know where the hall is. I don't know anything. So come by and let me know all the details on Friday, and I'll see if I can make it. I would love to make it. As long as there's folks at the booth Friday morning or Saturday morning to watch the booth while I'm gone, I could very likely see myself end up over there. That would be a lot of fun. I would love to do that. So yeah, let me know. Ronald says, I just wanted to let you know the World Radio League. Let's see here. On the World Radio League app pre-test pulled an 82 for the technician license. Not sure how to do it remotely, but thinking about it. Yes, remotely is the way to go. Absolutely. Well, if you don't have a great club around you to do it, I did all of mine, all 3 of mine remotely. Reach out to Josh at Ham Shack TV, and he can get you set up with some remote folks who do it remotely. There are great sites that do it remotely. So yeah, there's several there. Zach says bring a QSL card. I was just thinking about that, Zach. I've got it sitting here, and I'll try to get it packed along with everything else. So thank you for the reminder. I got to bring Zach and Maggie's QSL cards to Dayton, so we'll make that happen. All right, that's what we've got as far as that goes. But yeah, so back to the repeater challenge. So yeah, this while I'm talking repeater challenge, if you want to let me know about any other really cool talks that you're expecting to go to or wanting to attend. I don't know anything about what all talks are going to happen this year, almost at all. I have not delved into this yet. I've been doing good to keep my head screwed on straight. So throw those notes down in the comments. I'd love to hear what's going on. Dave's got to get back to work. 73 Dave, thanks for popping in. Repeaters. So around here, we have a lot of, we've got massive linked repeater systems. I think we've got 15 or 20, close to 20 repeaters on one linked system here in southwestern Missouri, eastern Kansas. Just, the whole area is just covered with just this brilliant repeater system. Dead, almost completely dead, except when there's bad weather going on. There are a few nets here and there, but they're like weekly. Most of the time, the repeaters are not in use. Now, I turned on my radio on Thursday or Friday. I think it was Friday afternoon, and I mean, it was alive. It was really cool. So what I found out was there was a local school that had a ham radio club. And this school, all these kids in this ham radio club, the school radio club, all passed their technician exams, and they were competing to see. This is brilliant. I love this. It just fits so perfectly. They were treating it like a contest and competing to see how many contacts they were getting. They were not doing this on HF. They were doing this on repeaters. Brilliant. I mean, this is really awesome. They were not interfering with any nets. They were not interfering with any active weather situations. They were just getting on a dead repeater and bringing some life to it. I think this is so awesome and incredible to see. I want to give a shout out to one of the great chaps that was part of this. His name is let me pull it up here. His name is Oliver. And his call sign is KF0YHZ. And if you log into the N0NWS repeater on Echolink, more than likely you can reach him there fairly easily. He is doing a great thing for ham radio, him and his school group, by just doing this, just competing to see who can get the most contacts in a week or 2 weeks or however long. They're just competing back and forth, see who can get the most contacts in their log. And they're doing it on repeaters. What's wrong with that? I think that is incredible. We treat this like it's some like we've got to protect the sacred ground of repeaters. Sure, but they're not worth anything when you do that. But when they're in use like this, I think it's awesome. Now, I am not in any way saying that we need to have people getting on and talking about talking about some random thing right in the middle of a tornado warning or whatever. I that's not even the point. That's when the repeater is used in those emergency situations. That's awesome. But what good is it if nobody uses it except in those situations? You've got to have people who are experienced, who are comfortable getting on the air, throwing out their call sign. They're comfortable with proper procedure. They're comfortable with getting on a repeater and talking and knowing how it works. You got to have people who are comfortable in order to have a good storm spotter system. So I honestly think that this is a great thing for ham radio. school groups. We ought to have more. We ought to have more ham radio school groups. I think that would be an incredible thing. I think that would be a really cool thing to see, and I'm super excited. So for this group, shout out Oliver, KF0YHZ, KF0YHZ. Got a nice long conversation with him, and I heard him talking to a ham right before I called him. They ended their conversation. I called out to him, made the contact, had a nice long conversation. Nobody was all concerned about tying up the repeater or about, this and that. And, we need to let the repeater sit in case there's an emergency. There has not been an emergency on that repeater as long as I have listened to it. I mean, as far as while I was listening to it, certainly. And so, of course, you can leave a little dead air here and there just in case, but come on. I mean, use the repeater. That's what it's there for. But yeah, Oliver, as soon as I stopped talking to him, and what I did was I was like, hey man, had a nice long, very, very nice conversation with him. And I ended the conversation with something to the effect of, hey, well, this is great. Hope you're having fun. Sounds like there's a lot of people out there that like to make a contact with you. So we'll see if anybody else has been listening to our conversation and see if anybody wants to pop in and add another contact to your list. So, to help out with your competition there. And I let it drop and boom. I mean, he had just contact after contact after contact. And it was so cool to hear on a local repeater network where there were people I was hearing that I hadn't heard for a long time. And it was so awesome to hear. So shout out Oliver. Oliver, great work, buddy. Hope you're having fun in this awesome ham radio hobby. Yeah, absolutely. So that's my repeater rant for this week. Try it again. Try another week. Five conversations. Just 5 conversations in the next week on your local repeater system. Try to have 5 conversations and report back. Because this is the second week of the 2-week World Radio League Repeater Challenge, and I want to know how it goes for you. So report back, and at least 5 conversations, at least 5 calls on the repeater. At least 5 calls on the repeater. 5 different days you need to call out on the repeater, and 5 different days. See if anybody's up for a contact, and don't worry about holding up the repeater if there's no emergencies or nets or anything like that going on. If it's just dead air and it's going to be dead air for the next 5 hours, have a nice long conversation. Don't worry about it. It's not that big a deal. All right, so there we go. We have Dayton Hamvention coming up, as we just discussed, and as I said, if you guys have any suggestions about any forums, any booths, any specific anything that you think I should visit or I should video, I should record or anything and share later, let me know, and I will. I'll see what I can do. I'm not sure how much of the forums are allowed to be recorded. I don't know. If they are, then maybe I can get some great footage there. If they're not, then sorry. But yeah, I'm not definitely don't want to be a rule breaker. So at least not a big one. So yeah, let me know. Let me know what you think I should visit, what I should do, what I should participate in, and what I should film. So yeah, looking forward to meeting so many great friends there, and we'll see you there. There's so many of you that I know are going, and I am so super excited about this, and just absolutely incredible. Let's see here. I think we're see here. We're in our final few minutes of the show. Yeah, it's guys, this last week, these last couple weeks have been so incredibly awesome. The dev team has just nailed it. The content team's been crushing it. It's just been so cool. But we haven't talked about it a lot lately because we have so much on our plates, but we still want to hear from you. What do you want to see in World Radio League? What do you want to see on the dashboard, on the new command center? This thing is, I love having this thing up. It's just so fun to have up on a screen. What else do you want to see in it? What overlays? What widgets? What else do you want to see in this? What do you want to see in the World Radio League logging software? We want to hear your suggestions, your ideas, your thoughts, your, just share with us what you would love to see World Radio League do next. And believe me, we have tons of extraordinarily awesome stuff there to share. So be sure and let me know. As I said earlier, next Monday will be a very unique show. I don't know exactly what's going to happen next week for the World Radio League show. I could be coming to you from a very unique location. I am not the Blue Barn Studio. I could be coming to you in pre-recorded format via some videos at Dayton. Either way, I think Catalina is going to be at least helping or at the helm, moderating the stream. So, at least for part of it. So look forward to that. And looking forward to a great week, a great weekend, and some awesome radio goodness. Ham Radio Prep, World Radio League, gonna have those 3 booths there in Building 1. Be sure, swing by and see us. I am so excited for Dayton, guys. It's my first Hamvention. You're gonna have to pardon me. I am so extraordinarily excited for Dayton. It's just gonna be absolutely awesome. So, guys, it's been a great show, been a great ride. We are coming up against the end of the clock here. We're gonna go ahead and call it. It's been just an amazing show. You guys are awesome as usual. Thank you so much for sticking with us and for participating in shows like this. And yeah, we're looking forward to next week with great anticipation. And we'll see. We'll see what happens. We've got so many cool things coming. So many cool things that we're working on this week. There's some stuff that I don't think we've even talked about on this show yet. That's coming very soon. And you guys are going to be so excited. Some new awards, some new analytics, some new stats and notifications, and it's just it's incredible what all we're working on. But it's extraordinary. It's this team. I was talking to James about it earlier today. This is the most extraordinary team we could put together, and it's so cool to be able to do remote teams like this, because we would not be able to have this stellar team if it weren't for all the remote work tools. And I mean, this is a stellar team. This is a rock star team. This is a winning team. And believe you me, we're in this to win this. We have some, of course we have folks we view as competitors, but also they're not just competitors. They spur us on. We spur each other on. We're bettering ham radio. We are bettering the hobby. We're bettering in a way, in a roundabout way, I suppose. We're bettering humanity, because ham radio has been at the forefront of so much technology. And I know we talked about a couple of weeks ago. It's been the pioneer of so many technological advancements in space, in communications, probably in things like audio and in computing, and in so many areas. We have pioneered so many awesome things. I mean, where all these cellular satellites, I don't how would that even be possible without some of the groundwork that ham radio has pioneered? And I think it's going to be, we could see in the next couple decades, we could see ham radio could go a couple of different ways, and it's up to us. We are the group of people. We are the group of hams that are burdened with the task of keeping ham radio alive. And we've talked about a lot of the ways we do that, and we should do that, and we should continue to do that. And there are so many ways to do that, and I don't think we're taking near enough advantage of those ways of keeping ham radio alive. But it's if people only understood how much of what they rely on, the communication technology that's held in your hand is incredible. But so much of that technology was pioneered by ham radio, and I don't know if people fully understand, the full import of that and how fast things were able to advance because of just experimenters like me and you, and and so many in our hobby. So just keep that in your brain, that we could be, people say we're seeing the decline of ham radio. Could be, or it could be that we are just getting ready to turn the page on a brand new chapter of ham radio that will revolutionize society once again. And that's very possible. I mean, it's extremely possible, and it's so possible that I believe it's doable if the people will do it. It's I don't even know how to explain this concept, but it goes into so many areas of life that that you can either sit around and complain that we're losing something, complain that something's going away, or you can just get up and be a part of the solution. Because if you're not a part of the solution and you're just a naysayer, that's just being a part of the problem. I mean, come on, really. But if you get up and go start using it, start experimenting, start pioneering, start pushing, start just enjoying and having fun with what you're doing, then believe you me, you're going to end up being part of the solution. And I think that's what we all should do. I think we all should go out into this awesome hobby we have. We should all go to Dayton with a mindset of let's push ham radio into its next chapter. Let's turn the page. Let's really grow this hobby and make it attractive to so many more people. And let's make ham radio the hobby of the world's youth again. Let's make it the hobby. Let's make people set down their smartphones and stop doom scrolling and make ham radio the hobby of the American youth, of the world's youth, of each and every person around. Because there's so many older hams who could teach a lot of younger hams a lot of things. And there's also a lot of younger hams who would just love to come in and get their hands dirty and dig around and learn stuff on their own too. It's all part of the hobby. So let's enjoy it. Guys, we are up at the end of the show. Thank you all so much for sticking with me. It's been a great show, been a great ride, and I'm looking forward to Dayton. We're gonna have a lot of fun, guys. So this is the beginning of something great. This is the beginning of something incredible. So I'll see you guys at Dayton, and maybe we'll go live, maybe we won't. Maybe we'll go live next Monday, maybe we won't. But expect a World Radio League show next Monday, regardless. Guys, have a fantastic rest of your day, rest of your Monday. And we'll catch y'all next week. I'm Andy, N0APX, your host here on the World Radio League show, saying 73 and did it.